Hey guys, welcome to another Toribash mod spotlight with me, Jack Morris from ManOnFireFilms, where this week, I know it's getting tedious, but I have another new favorite mod. Now, this mod is slightly different to my other favorite mods, because this one's actually kind of useful, and you can actually make some very cool replays with it. So basically, imagine this mod kind of like a joust mod, but you have way more control of the actual joust. It was also recommended to me by, and I'm going to bring up my notepad here, Pulsing78. And maybe it's time I stopped showing you a white screen and actually showed you the mod. So what is that contraption? Well, basically, it's a flinger. Now, the mod is called Arm Remover. Now, ignore the fact that the replay actually removes Jeff's arms there. I think the idea of the mod might actually be to tear off Yatari's arms, but simply letting go at the right time flings you at Jeff, and you can get some really nice replays. Unfortunately, I did actually have a much better replay than this prepared, but I stupidly pressed spacebar right before I started recording, so I had to quickly create another one. So basically, this is the arm remover. Now, if I just grab and don't do anything, as you'll see, it's just going to tear me apart, and it is still kind of funny to fling your... I should probably, go on to regular cam for this. It's really funny just to fling your Tori into the air. But, you know, it still has its uses, and that's kind of funny to just pull off his arms. Anyway, so if you time it right, however, grabbing on, and you don't have to contract all. In fact, I find it better to not contract. You know, nearly half a year, maybe more, of doing these shows, and I still say contract all instead of hold all. If you hold all, if you don't hold all, you can get a nice kind of fling. This is similar to what I did at the start for the replay. Now, there are about 1 billion different ways you could do this, do stuff. I'm very tired. You could do cool stuff with this mod. The reason I compared it to a joust mod is because it's kind of like joust, but you're the only one being flung, and also you have way more control over the velocity and angle of the joust. So I mean, win-win. Let's see if we can get a decap. I mean, I think I've lost both my legs, but still, who cares? I don't need legs. I can fly with arm removers. I've been playing around with this model loads, and it's just so much fun. So if we hold all, and I don't know, maybe raise our hands a little bit, maybe we can get some kind of springy thing going. No, don't want to let go there. As you can see, using the ghosts to your advantage here can help a lot. Let's see if we can get some kind of head kick going on. I think I need to hold on for a little bit longer. There we are. I shouldn't sky over, although I probably... No, that's going to put me too high. It's going to put me way... maybe I can grab Jeff on the way over. That would be very cool. So I'll backflip, raise my shoulders, and maybe... Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Grab my own feet there. Hopefully I haven't screwed up that too bad. Oh, there we go. And swing into him. God, look at his neck. Like I said, this mod is so much fun. I keep finding new and interesting things to do with this mod. Like this, I didn't plan to do this, but I imagine this is going to look really cool in a replay. Oh, decapitated my own head. Like I said at the start, this is actually a mod where you can do some very cool replay stuff with it, as you can see right there. I mean, that was through very little effort while holding all, and I think it still looked pretty good, except for the self-decap at the end. But I mean, if I go into the replay editor here and edit it right there, maybe I can get something even cooler. So if I maybe extend my legs a little bit earlier, and don't do anything with my abs, because that tends to screw up these sorts of replays. This isn't going to work. Oh well, you know, trial and error, but this is easily one of the best replay making mods I've seen in a long time. It's simple, but it has a lot of robust features, and it's also encouraged me to do something that I'm probably going to end up regretting, but oh well, here goes. I'm actually gonna not weekly. Don't get too excited. I'm not gonna be doing this weekly, but every now and again, especially when I find a mod that has a lot of replay potential like this one, I'm gonna open up a slightly new email submission where you can submit replays of this mod to me, and I'll do a sort of second replay showcase to showcase those replays in particular. So this will be the first one that I've self-decapped there. That's probably gonna look pretty funny in the replays. I'll explain that more at the end, but I thought that'd be pretty cool. So basically, I mean, this is the extent of the mod. It's really, I can't imagine it being a very good multiplayer mod unless player 2 wanted to prepare for the Tories' kind of arrival, which, I could see the appeal of that, but it's not really my type of thing. It's much more of a single player mod, and again, it seems to be more catered towards replays, so I'm going to try and do a handstand here. Let's see if we can fling off this, do a handstand, flip over Jeff. This is going to be risky, because I'm probably going to catch my own neck. Oh, no, I may have done it. I probably may have done it too well there, because I'm probably not going to get... my neck's going to come off, I think. Oh, no, I may have saved it. Okay, I don't really know what I'm going for here. This is all improvisation, because, like I said, this mod is so much fun to play around with that. I just kind of wanted to sit down and play it while recording. Maybe we'll do some kind of online event soon where we all just sit down and have a play around with this mod, because I have a feeling people way more creative than I can come up with even better replays. I mean, even this is probably going to look pretty cool, and I have not tried that hard for this. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, come on, that's not great, but it still looks really, really, really cool. Now, I don't know whether it's saved. I hope it is, because if it is, I can, no, it's not, damn it. I had a very cool replay on this mod. Maybe I'll put it at the end without commentary or something like that. I actually made that replay while talking, the replay I'll show at the end, I made while talking on the phone to somebody. I was talking on the phone playing Toribash one-handed. So it just goes to show that this mod is so much fun, even when you're not even really concentrating. But yeah, this is kind of the extent of the mod. I'll show it on the mod list in a second, just so you guys can see the name of it. Let's have one more. It's so hard to stop playing this mod. It's just, I can't. It's just so much fun. I can't. It's another one of those mods that hopefully this one looks a little bit more fun to play than some of the others I've said that about. But this is one you just really need to sit down and have a go with, because just whatever you can do will be great. And I'll explain the rules of the. Oops, skied that one a bit. I might be able to still catch Jeff's head on the way up if I angle it right. Maybe if I try to kind of lower myself a bit, that could. Nope, that's gonna make me go high. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna catch his head, and oh, I grazed him. I completely grazed him. No, give him a bit of. I just gave him a little bit of a nosebleed, and that was it. And so I just kind of skied past his face. Okay, so the mod is called Arm Remover. I'll scroll down on the list to show you where it is. There it is, armremover.tbm. As you can see, it's the same mod. Very, very cool. So for the next week, I'll be taking replays on this mod. If you want to submit them to submissions at ManOnFireFilms.com, make sure the subject of the email is Toribash Mod Spotlight. Don't send it to Replay Showcase, because it'll get jumbled up with all the Replay Showcase replays, and I won't see it for months because there's loads of them. But I'll be using that to check out mods replays for this mod only. If you're watching this a couple of weeks in late, from now, please don't submit, because I'm only going to run this for a week. I'll be doing this every now and again whenever I find a mod that has replay potential, and just be announcing it on those individual shows. So yeah, that'll be something I'll be doing from time to time. It's not going to be as organized as I normally am, but it'll just be a bit of fun, and who knows. I'll basically be spotlighting every replay that gets submitted, as long as it's not just like flying up into the air. So it'll be a nice change of pace from Replay Showcase, where I can only show 10, and mods tend to get lost in that anyway. So this will be a nice way to segregate the mod replays. So if you want to submit, please send it to submissions at ManOnFireFilms.com, and make sure the subject of your email is Mod Spotlight. Can I grab back onto these balls? I assume I can? I mean, no. Okay, so if you miss it, you literally are screwed. Let's have one more go with this mod. There's really, I'm trying to think of stuff to commentate on here, but there's really not a lot to say. It's self-explanatory, but deserves all the attention in the world for just being kind of awesome. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Although, I imagine that might still have some kind of cool looking things, or is it just going to be, it's very stiff and very unrealistic. And that, my friends, is exactly what she said. So anyway, I'm Jack Morris from ManOnFireFilms. Please send any replays you have of this mod to showcase at ManOnFireFilms.com. I'm going to say it one more time just to be clear. Make sure the subject of the email is... Please make sure, Friday, tired. Please make sure the subject of the email is Toribash Mod Spotlight and nothing else, or it'll get lost in our inbox. I can't stress that enough. And if you're watching this a couple of weeks in advance, please check the date, because we might not be accepting replays of this mod anymore. But I'm sure if you're watching this weeks in advance, there'll be another mod for you to submit to that you can find. Anyway, I'm Jack Morris from ManOnFireFilms. Please subscribe. Big thanks to everyone who showed up for the Toribash for the 1,000th subscriber live stream. That was awesome, and we've also hit 1,000 subs, which I'm really happy about. One other thing that I nearly forgot about, but I'm glad I remembered because of my notepad. A couple of fans set up a kind of ManOnFireFilms /me fan page on the Toribash forums. It's one of those groups that I don't really understand. That was very awesome, really grateful. There'll be a link to it in the description. I don't really know how the Toribash groups work. I'm assuming you guys can join, and there'll be all kinds of posts and stuff. It's worth your time, if nothing else. There'll be a link to that in the description. Go ahead and join that. I can't remember. I apologize. I can't remember the fan's name who created it, but his name will be on the page, so you guys can see it there. So go check that out, and make sure you join it, and maybe I can make a couple of appearances or whatever. Not too. Don't know how the groups work, but yeah. Anyway, I'm Jack Morris for like the 5th time. I'm Jack Morris from ManOnFireFilms. Have a good weekend, and I shall see you next week. And I'm gonna go get like a weekend's worth of sleep, because this week has been not very good for sleep for me. See how my sentences are falling apart? Guys, I'm going to bed. See you.